Hello everyone, my name is Paul Counter. I'm the UK and Ireland Sales Manager for Real World Analytics. I'm joined, of course, by Adele Curran, the Chief Operating Officer of Real World Pharmacy. And today we're going to spend a few minutes talking to you about the recent announcement by the PSNC regarding the NMS service. So we can look very quickly at what exactly it is that was announced, what it means for you as a community pharmacist. We'll talk very briefly about the potential financial opportunity and the size of that, and then we're going to actually walk you through how you can claim this opportunity and of course what it is that Real World Analytics is doing to already help our customers maximize the opportunity. I'm just going to begin by taking us into the text of the PSNC announcement and asking Adele, perhaps if you can just draw out for us what exactly this means and how this opportunity looks.
Well, I suppose effectively what the NHS England have done is effectively doubled the profitability of the NMS service. Obviously doubled the service completely, which, you know, it's double the time, but double the financial reward as well. So, you know, our existing therapeutic areas would have been asthma and pulmonary disease, type 2 diabetes and hypertension. So what they've done is they've added new therapeutic areas in epilepsy, glaucoma, gout, heart failure, hypercholesteremia, osteoporosis, Parkinson's, urinary tract incontinence, and there's a whole heap of them. So there's a whole load more conditions that they've added in there. So effectively what they've done is they've doubled the amount of NMS within your target each month. So if your target is 5 per thousand, your target is now 10 per thousand. The average pharmacy's target was about 40 to 45 a month. So we're now looking at between 80 and 90 a month. Is the opportunity, and you know that's double the opportunity that in financial remuneration that was there before, obviously.
So the size of the opportunity, the targets doubled, but that's supported by these new conditions coming, I guess, within the remit of qualifying for an NMS. So there's a lot more opportunity there and a bigger target that matches that. One thing I know that we're really keen to highlight, Adele, is the fact that this isn't just an opportunity going forward, is it? Because this has also been applied sort of retrospectively to opportunities that would have occurred, I suppose, during COVID, during various lockdowns.
Yeah. So as part of the NMS service and as part of the NMS, the growing NMS target, the NHS England are allowing pharmacies to retrospectively do NMS for patients who would have been entitled to NMS during the COVID year. So it runs from the April 20 to August 2021. So as you can imagine, that's quite a big cohort of NMS that can be redone. So, you know, getting yourself from 40 NMS a month, which most pharmacies aren't even at that target yet, to 80 or 90 a month is going to be a big ask. But being able to do these retrospective ones is going to, one, give you a good boost quite quickly, and two, give you a good inroads into getting to your target while the new conditions are getting settled as such. So the NHS have given the opportunity to do the new therapeutic areas backwards as well. So right back to April 20, you can do all of the therapeutic areas that are now covered under NMS. The second part is, sorry to interrupt, the second part is the QPS. So as part of the PQS guidance, the new PQS guidance that came out, the asthma NMS is also within the one of the QPS gateways. So getting all of your patients who started on inhalers throughout the COVID year on NMS also meets the criteria for your PQS gateway.
Okay,
so it's double job.
Yeah, so there's a big opportunity here. I guess one thing you and I both know, Adele, when we talk to groups is a real feeling that NMS is a very difficult thing to to achieve. Of course, you have the 3 steps traditionally that would have been involved, but that's changed as well, hasn't it? So how's that been made easier?
Yeah. So well, the within the new criteria for all the NMS going forward, you don't have to have a patient signature. You just have to have approval from the patient and to update their record, their summary care record or their pharmacy record, and that you've had the permission for them. The other is the historical NMS. Basically, with they're allowing you to do all of the NMS stages within one.
Okay.
So because the patient may now have been on the medicine for 6 months or a year, the engagement with the patient, how are you getting on, blah, 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 then the intervention and the follow-up can be done in one step. So, and then they basically put a little caveat at the end that says basically you can do all 3 steps in one go. So
Okay.
not only do you not need the patient's written consent, you can call the patient up, do the 3 steps of the NMS in one phone call, and get the approval from the patient over the phone. So it makes it a hell of a lot easier to do the retrospect NMS, which is great.
This kind of follows the direction of travel anyway regarding the NHS sort of pushing community pharmacy more towards a services-led model, I suppose. But I suppose, as we all know, community pharmacists are very, very busy. They've got a lot of conflicting priorities trying to work on it. I suppose one of the first things they'll think is that this all sounds great, but is there really that much of an opportunity there? But I mean, we've done some of the calculations, and I know that you think there really is quite a sizable opportunity for it.
There is. So sorry, just one thing I probably should have said a minute ago was that the asthma NMS PQS, a lot of those are related to inhaler technique. So those ones will probably need to be done face to face, where the other ones, the other catch-up ones, most likely will not need to be done face to face. It's hard to do a inhaler technique with somebody when they're not standing in front of you. So the guidance is that you will probably need to do those ones face to face, but all of the rest of them you can do over the phone.
Okay.
And then in terms of your potential, like when we looked back from our customers' data from April 21 to from April 20 to August 21, we saw an average of between 400 and 600 potential NMSs per branch. So if you're looking at even say 400, that's over 12-month periods, 14 grand. Is that right?
Okay.
I might just need to check my math there, but 28 times 400. Is that right? Yeah, something around that anyway.
It's a fairly good amount. I guess for people watching this, everyone can either knows or can very easily find out what their NMS target was for last year, and really the size of the opportunity here is as simple as just seeing what didn't they achieve at the time, what's still outstanding, because potentially all of those targets can now be hit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you still have the same feedback coming back from the pharmacies saying that we actually can't do the NMS because one, either the NMS is not really a real NMS or the patients just aren't there to do it. So, previously we had a look at the percentage of items that were available for NMS on the old criteria. So on the old criteria, the NMS items was anything between 8 to 10% of your items were entitled to NMS on them. That's more hitting the 60-65% now with these new conditions. With almost all long-term conditions are now within the NMS range. So 60 to 70% of your items will now be entitled to NMS. And being able to streamline it, that there's not a big form to fill in anymore, and they don't need a smart card to continuously sign in and out for it, makes things a little bit easier. So look, there is still a mountain to climb here, and I don't doubt it that you know there's a hell of a lot of short staffing going on in a community pharmacy in England, you know, but there is real monetary opportunity here, and it is really moving the community pharmacy to service led. With the volume of NMS that's now there, it's probably going to be, well, definitely your second stream of income after your items, and quite a high volume, closer to your item numbers now than it used to be.
Okay, so we know there's a big opportunity there to be gotten at. We understand it's now simpler than ever to go back and do that. I guess from our point of view, Adele, when we saw this news and when you and your team saw this news, I knew you were going to hop straight on it and put something into the system that made life even simpler for our customers. So what are we doing for our groups, and how are we helping them?
Well, we utilize the data, as we always do, to basically say these are the patients that were entitled to an NMS. So we kind of streamlined it a bit because there was quite a volume of it. So first thing we did is we cut the filter down so that we're looking only for the QPS asthma ones first, because they're a shorter window. They have to be done by January 2022 in order to get the QPS gateway. So we've given them those first. So those are available via either an automated report straight out to branches, which Sam will sort out for anybody who wants them, who hasn't got them yet. Or you can go into the system and download them yourself. The plan then is the second round for the rest of the Catch Up NMS, we just remove the asthma BNF filter and then send out the rest of them. So we are waiting on the PMRs to catch up with us. So although the new conditions are available on the PMRs, some of them, the Catch Up NMS aren't available. The functionality isn't there within the PMR to do them. So these need to be done manually, or if you do all the asthma ones first, the PMR have said to us that they should have their systems up to date by, you know, December, early January at the absolute latest. So you have between January and March to do the balance of the catch-up ones. Or you can, if you have the people power, do it manually. There's plenty of money there. Okay. You know, for our average group, our average size group, there's over 100 grand in addition on top of what they had already.
Right. Thanks very much for explaining all of that to us, Adele. Well, thanks very much for your time and attention. Also, I hope that's been helpful. If you are interested in finding out more, obviously, if you're an existing customer, please do get in touch with your customer success manager. If you're not currently working with us, but you'd be interested in finding out more about how we can help you with this and with other opportunities as and when they arise, please do get in touch with us. Our website is www.realworldanalytics.com, or you can get in touch with me directly. I'm at paul.counter@realworldanalytics.com, and we look forward to speaking to you.